against Campbell where they did score 1 goal but obviously lost. This is a team that Northwestern should be able to get some offensive momentum going against and hopefully hold that through the game.
Yeah, and this game has started. Houston Baptist using the back line right now. Over to Elijah Lee, a senior, one of the leaders on this Husky squad. That one chipped out. Taking the throw will be Brandon Claudette for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Claudette's a player that's been stepping up in the defense. He actually scored in that first matchup. He had a header in the box, which is not something you see commonly from defenders, but it tells you a lot about Russell Payne's, what he's trying to do here and push defenders up and get some of that offensive momentum that hasn't shown up in the last few games.
Yeah, Russell Payne, a 4-year goalkeeper at the University of Maryland, a very impressive program. So, I always think when you look at soccer, the guys in the goal kind of get to see everything, and that's why you see so many goalies being coaches. So hopefully he can use some of that and look for this vision. Back with the Huskies defense, Aitken, the goalkeeper, has it in the 18.
Yeah,
gonna pass it over. Yeah, another first year. Little first-year battle in the goals, like you said.
Kind of fun.
Very fun.
Kind of fun for the early goings of the season. Love to see a couple first years getting in goal as well as on the field for both of these teams.
In the midfield now, Gila McNeil pushes it up to Keone Caligano. He's fighting with Dudley. Dudley gonna kick it out, and it'll be a throw for the Huskies.
And Dudley wearing the captain's band. He's a transfer, actually, grad student from FGCU. He was 2021 ASUN Defensive Player of the Year, so definitely some talent Russell Payne's been able to bring in here.
Yeah, perhaps not used to this weather here in Evanston, having played in
Same
Florida.
Same with Houston Baptist. I mean, it's warm down there.
Yeah, much colder here in E-Town. We said before the game, it's a little bit of that fake fallness right now. It's probably going to get hotter this week.
It will. It's going to be this weekend. It'll warm up. But
there's a chill.
For now, it's not bad soccer weather, I'll say.
No, not at all.
No.
A free kick for the Huskies on the right side. Looks to be Brander Ersoy taking it. He sends it into the Northwestern 18. Dudley there. Kamara tries to get a pass to one of his players, but it's going to roll over to the other side of the field. Pass into the middle, intercepted by the Huskies. Back into the Northwestern half now. Defense applying pressure. Tarantini passes over to Herrera in the middle. Herrera back to the right side to Brower Ersoy. And he'll go back to his defender in the center there, Sam Zeman. Zeman up to Farcarlin. Farcarlin working over to Mondahano. Back to Farcarlin. And back into the Huskies half. Lee going to send it into the middle to Zeman.
Huskies doing a good job, taking their time, not forcing anything up. Comfortable playing back into their half.
Nice pass up to Mondahano in the left corner. He's going to send it in. He's got a player, but the shot goes wide left. That was from Del Alessandro Herrera, and Northwestern catches a lucky break there, Sarah.
Yeah, Herrera is one of those players you do not want to leave open in the middle. He's had 2 goals this season, one against a number 22 Campbell, which is their only ranked matchup of the season for the Huskies. So he's definitely a player. If you're Northwestern, you're not going to leave him getting chances like that in the midfield, or in the middle of the boxes. It looks like we have a foul here.
Yeah,
on
foul
the Huskies.
On the Huskies, so it'll be a free kick for Northwestern. They're going to have Dudley take it on the right side near the Big Ten logo.
A little breeze coming in from the lake.
Oh, it's a little more than a breeze. Prince in the back, another first year center back here. Going to give it over to Dudley on the left, and he'll start to bring it up the field. Sends it to the Huskies back line. Mondahano gets a head on it, but now Claudette has it in the middle. Over to Christopher Taggart. He's working up the right side now, trying to get around this Huskies defense. He'll go back to Claudette. And Claudette back to Van Deventer. Then over to Dudley. On the left, Dudley trying to make it happen in the middle. Van Deventer making a run for it, pushing towards the 18. Has it all himself, tries to cross it in, but it bounces off the foot of Mondahano, and it'll be a Wildcats corner.
Yeah, well done by Van Deventer there to earn that corner. Showing a lot of speed in the midfield. That's something I think, that change of pace that he brings, especially in this game where both teams, I feel, have been kind of working slowly, patiently. That burst of speed is something that can surprise Houston Baptist like it did right there in the corner.
Yeah, taking this corner for the Wildcats will be Vicente Castro. a veteran on this squad, led the team in assists last year. Sends it into the box. Dudley tries to get ahead on it, but Aitken's hand is there, and it's in the goal! Wildcats strike early, and their first goal since playing Chicago State. And Sarah, the offense is going to get fired up. I'll take it in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, well done by Andrew Stevens there, just getting his body in there and doing anything he can to really put the ball in the back of the net. That's what you have to do on corners, especially ones like the ones that come from Castro. They can really curl in there, go to the back of the net. You don't really know where they're going. Just getting anything on it, a little touch or redirection, that can get the ball in the back of the net. As you see there, another transfer making an impact from Columbia, Andrew Stevens, a grad student.
Yeah, so a goal for Stevens. Aitken got ahead on it, but couldn't happen. Assist credited to Vicente Castro and Christopher Taggart. So Vicente Castro, like we said, getting back in that assist column that he led for this Wildcat squad last year.
Yeah, doing what he does best. That's why they put him on corners, because his service it's so clean, and it's not predictable enough for other teams, but Northwestern's players clearly know where the ball is going, or they know how to react when he's up there at the corner flag.
This is true. Justin Weiss battling with the Husky defense there, but they'll call it off him, and it'll be a throw for Brower Airsoy.
Yeah, interesting from Payne here, kind of using Justin Weiss on, well, I guess if you're on going Northwestern's direction on the left side of the field rather than in the middle where he was kind of at the point last year. Castro is now playing up there, which is an interesting choice. But, maybe it's something that he's trying to get the offense to get a little more momentum in there, maybe change it up against opposing teams who found a way to lock down Weiss up top there.
Yeah, foul called on Taggart. It's going to be a free kick for the Huskies in their half on the right. Montejano going to take it. Elects to pass back to Lee. Lee will kick it to Aikens in the goal, and he'll switch the field over to Zeman. Zeman back to Aitken. Castro applying some serious pressure.
Yeah,
get it up to Montejano.
That's what you're looking for if you're Russell Payne, putting Castro in the middle there, is that pressure. And that's not something Weiss didn't do last year, but just, again, different strategies, just trying ways to get this offense to click.
Claudette tried to get a pass over to Taggart, but can't happen. Huskies defense scrambles a bit, kicks it out, and there'll be a throw for Claudette. Deep into this Huskies half. Castro calling it. Or Carlin coming up to guard him. Gives it to Taggart. Montejano steals it. Taggart gets a foot on it. Castro intercepts. Back to Van Deventer. And to Prince. Prince over to Dudley. Northwestern taking their time, using the space here. Dudley kicks it up to Claudette. And it's out. Try to get a first touch on that, but it was just over the line.
Yeah, it's a great thing for Northwestern to get ball in the net early in the game now. That gives them a chance to calm down. It's a position they haven't really been in for a lot of the season. So definitely huge moment for them, and also for Andrew Stevens, a transfer, to get that one in the back of the net.
Huskies working into the Wildcat half now, but Stevens slides and kicks it out. Stops some Houston Baptist momentum. It'll be a throw for them. Brower Airsoy to come take it. Throws it over to Coligano. Coligano working in the corner. He's got a man on. It's Ibrahim Obeid.
Yeah. Well, another young player.
Yeah.
Just a sophomore, Obeid. Looking good back there at the corner flag, holding his own.
So another throw for Brower Airsoy over to Giwa McNeil. He goes back to Brower Airsoy. He sends it into the box, scrambling. Van Deventer clears it back into the Huskies half, and now Montejano tracking it down. Gains control. Taggart presses up to him, but he gets it over to Coligano, but it's out. So it'll be a Northwestern throw just past midfield.
Clog it again up the right side. They're definitely trying to work that side. Northwestern is, at least, but they're switching it here, so they could kind of just be reacting to the game time situation, seeing what works and what doesn't now that they have that goal on their back.
Yeah, Obeid to Castro in the middle. He gets a nice pass over to Claudette on the right side. Now he'll push towards the 18. Can he save it from going out? He can. Some fancy footwork there from Claudette. Go off for Carlin, and another corner for the Wildcats. Castro going to take it again. Good opportunity.
Well done by Claudette there. Again, working it up the right side. Even as they had switched it, they found some way to get it back here, so they're clearly trying to run some part of the offense in there through him. Another corner earned for the Cats in that same vein as the last play.
Castro sends in another corner, goes over the heads of a few Wildcat players. Houston Baptist clears it out. OB tries to head it back into the box. Van Devenherd has it now. Still scrambling. Stevens there. A header over to Justin Weiss, and the shot over the crossbar, but a good effort from Northwestern.
Yeah, that's the offensive play that they've been looking for in the last couple weeks. It's, just to see them getting in the box and having the confidence to take those shots, getting them on goal, challenging Alex Aitken back there first year, knowing that, he hasn't seen as much of the college playing field as many of his teammates, but also Northwestern's freshman goalkeeper yet to be really tested as Aitken has.
Yeah, there was that one shot that went a bit wide left, but Paul Walters didn't get a hand on it, so hasn't been too much action for him. The defense playing well. Foul in the middle of the field. One of the Huskies players down. It's Giwa McNeil. Be a free kick for Houston Baptist.
Yeah, and Giwa McNeil's a player who scored 2 goals in the Huskies' lone win of the season against Cal Poly in California. They were out there, San Luis Obispo, playing. Giwa McNeil had the final 2 goals, one of them a penalty kick, so he's clearly someone that they trust in those moments, someone that Wildcats need to keep on lock in the midfield there.
Yeah, and he's going to take this free kick for the Huskies. Taking his time. Sends one into the box. Northwestern gets a foot on it, and Castro going to clear it back into the Huskies' half. Mondahano with control. Gives it back to Aitken. No one from Northwestern's offense pressuring him too much. He's going to send it back into the Northwestern half. Claudette gets a head on it, over to Taggart. Taggart working for Carlin, trying to apply pressure, but Taggart moving into the middle now. Tries to give a soft pass over to Gajadhar, but can't. Now for Carlin has it for the Huskies. Back to Mondahano and to Aitken. A little more pressure now as Taggart's coming up. Aitken over to Zeman. Trying to switch the field. Castro applying serious pressure. So Zeman going to go back to Aitken, but the pass is going to go out, and it's going to be the third identical corner for Vicente Castro.
It looks like they changed the call. He initially did point toward the corner flag, and Castro
can't believe
pointing
that
to
call.
say that there was a deflection, but the ref in the center of the field said no, goal kick.
So it'll be a goal kick for Aitken. He'll quickly pass it over to Zeman. I think Castro, he was at the corner. He was ready to go.
He's frustrated and ready for another shot. But he's been doing well putting pressure on up there, so it'll come again for him. I'm confident.
Mondahano working up the left side, going to try and pass it to Farcarlin, but it'll be intercepted by Claudette. Tarantini has it now. A little handball action for the Huskies, and it'll be a free kick for Northwestern.
Yeah, another chance for Northwestern to just get men upfield here. I mean, they've been doing a really good job of keeping it up, keeping it in the Houston Baptist half here in the first half of the game.
Yeah. Dudley sends it into the middle toward the Huskies' back line, so they'll get it. Brower Airsoy stolen by Justin Weiss. He's in the 18, passes it to Castro. He's got a good opportunity. Can he get it? Save by Aitken. Deflected off him. It's going to roll out of bounds, and it'll be a Wildcat throw, but a really close call there for Houston Baptist. Claudette going to try and keep this momentum going. Gets it over to Taggart. Taggart fighting the defense. Castro there again. He has it. Going to try and pass it over to Weiss, but intercepted. Obed now applying pressure. Mondahano has it again. Going to just clear this at all costs. Nigel Prince coming up into the Huskies half, ready to go. Has it. Gives it over to Dudley.
Northwestern resetting here, but that was a great goal scoring opportunity. Well done by Justin Weiss stepping up and stealing there.
Foul called on Obed. So it'll be a free kick for the Huskies again.
And that actually wasn't going back to the play because they moved on so fast.
Yeah,
just because that was a great goal scoring opportunity, but also just a great save by the freshman Aitken. I think Castro did a great job of working around in the box like he's able to do, and why he has so many assists. But he did a great job working in the box, trying to find an angle, get away from his defender. But Aitken just, well anticipated by him, and I don't think, he could have found the corner a little bit more, Castro. But just a great effort by the first year there.
No, really put his body on the line as a goalkeeper should do, and wasn't afraid of that ball. And he got the benefit of that one.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad shot by Castro, just a better save.
Ball flies into the stands. Some lovely Houston Baptist fans. Gonna go and get that one. Foul, though, in the middle.
Yeah, long way to travel.
I know.
Good for them. Probably getting out of the hot.
I know. That one's sent up. It's going to roll. Colagano trying to save it, and it goes out. Will be a goal kick for Northwestern. Some of the first action for Paul Walters.
Yeah, he's had a quiet game so far, but, we're only 15 minutes in, and it's also good for him because he's kind of been able to observe a little bit without having to get right into the action so quickly, giving him a chance to, see who Houston Baptist's weapons are and how his teammates are dealing with them.
Castro chips it back to Claudette. They'll call it out. I think he had that one.
That looked like it was in to me as well from the sidelines here, and I don't know, maybe the angle is bad, but that's...
Brandon was shaking his finger at that call. He
was. I thought so too, but, maybe the ref had a different angle, a better one than we did.
Carlin with the ball for the Huskies. Passes it to Tarantini. Van Deventer applying some pressure as his Prince. He'll slide the ball out of bounds.
Great tackle by Van Deventer, and, for him not to commit there too early.
Cross from the Huskies. D'Alessandro Herrera goes wild to be out deep in Northwestern's half, so it'll be a throw-in for Obeid.
Northwestern's defense looks a little bit different than it usually does. Missing Deng Deng Kerr on the back line there, replaced by Van Deventer, the freshman. So a little bit of a new look here that's been going on for a little bit. Kerr has been alternating in the back line there a bit this season. He's played, but just not, hasn't started as much as he did last year. He had the most minutes on the entire team. So a bit of a change here in this Northwestern back line.
Yeah, non-con schedule, time to experiment with that. Little touch pass to Walters. He'll give it right back to Claudette. Claudette back to Walters. Colagano applying some serious pressure for the Huskies, but Walters gets it out just in time. Claudette gives it right to Lee. Lee tries to get it back, but Taggart there. Going to give it to Gajadhar in the middle. He'll send a through ball to Justin Weiss, who's charging just at the border of the 18 on the left side, trying to get around Brower Airsoy. Some footwork from Weiss, passes it back to Gajadhar. He'll try and pass it into the middle or take shot. Can't get it to go, and now Huskies looking to move back, but it'll go off them, and a throw for Northwestern, and the Huskies have another opportunity to move forward. Obeid to take it.
Great through ball there by Gajadhar, just another first year making an impact, and well done by Justin Weiss to draw his defender out wide, allow some room for that pass to be made. Just couldn't make anything work in the box.
Gajadhar trying again, sends it into Taggart. He tries to kick it back almost with his heel, but it'll go just wide of the goal.
Yeah, just men in the box. That's what they need.
Seriously.
And that's Taggart getting in there all the way from the right side, shifting the field with his team, getting a foot on that. That's, they need to keep doing that if they're going to win this game, and they already have a goal on their back, so that's great, but that doesn't excuse not having more men in the box. And I really like what Claudette and Taggart have been able to do up this right side as they're doing right now. Little nutmeg there.
Taggart gives it back to Van Deventer, gives it to Dudley in the circle. To Prince back to Dudley. These two have been working very well together.
Yeah, they have.
Very calm. Dudley back to Prince.
Grad student, first year connection. They're both, really holding their own in the back line, very mature, patient, not being too frantic, not diving in. You want your back line to be calm, to have patience, and not to rile up the rest of the team, because your back line, you got to rely on your back line just as much as you have to rely on your goal scorers to get points on the board.
Yeah, Husky looking for another chance here, but Dudley gets a head on it at midfield, and he gives it back to his offense. Weiss has the ball. He's trying to move forward. Gets a big tripped up. It takes a huge shot over the crossbar. Another good look for Justin Weiss, but can't make it happen.
Good look outside the box. difficult place to score from. But, just getting his head up, seeing the goal, getting more him a little bit, getting balls near the net. Hopefully something will come of it later on in this game.
Yeah.
But long-range shot. So just got to keep piling it on. Eventually more of those chances will start going in.
Yeah, and I mean, like we've said, Northwestern needs to get aggressive. They've been really struggling on offense this season, and so if that's going to help Justin White's kind of get some of that mojo, that's what he's got to do. Like we've, I think, said already on this call, he did lead this team in goals scored last season, transfer out of Colgate. So it's his second season with the Wildcats. He's looking to continue some of that success he saw in his first one. Colagano pushing up, but it'll be a foul on him and a free kick for Northwestern. Prince quickly kicks that over to Stevens in the middle, and now Obeid on the left side to Weiss. Weiss trying to get around Brower Airsoy, gives it to Stevens in the middle. Stevens pushing toward the left out to Obeid. Obeid back to Stevens. Dudley, a little pass to Van Deventer. He gets control, gets around Farcarlin. Little side pass to Gajadhar. Nice ball over to Claudette in the 18 and right into the hands of Aitken.
Great switch there. Switching the field for Northwestern, moving quickly. Again, the change of pace, as we kind of saw earlier a little bit from Van Deventer. Just surprising Houston Baptist with speed, especially on offense, and getting that ball behind there, just as Claudette did there, was something that the Cats are going to need to keep doing, keep putting pressure on.
Farcarlin with the ball on the right side in the Northwestern half for the Huskies. Gets tripped up. Obeid fighting him there. Farcarlin crosses it into the middle. Kamara gets a foot on it. Now Monduhano coming up, trying to get it back to Kamara, but the ball will roll out. It'll be a goal kick for the Wildcats, and we've just passed 20 minutes. Northwestern still up 1-0.
Defense doing well, but Houston Baptist starting to press a little bit more, get a little bit more action in that attacking third against Northwestern's defense. So it's important for the Wildcats right now, while Houston Baptist is gaining a little bit of momentum, to stay level-headed, to not make any decisions in the back that are going to pose a challenge to the rest of the team, like diving in, things like that. Stay calm and handle the ball, keep the ball, obviously, with your own team. No giveaways or things that they've got to keep consistent.
Northwestern currently 7 shots to the Huskies 1. So offense looking pretty good. Haven't really slowed down since that goal that came just about the 5th minute. Castro now giving it over to Obeid on the left. Obeid to Stevens. Stevens moving back into the Northwestern half. Gives it to Dudley in the center. Dudley over to Van Deventer on the right. Back to Prince. Prince moving up past midfield. Gives it over to Gajadhar in the middle. Tries to get it through to Taggart, but Huskies intercept it. Aitken clears it up the middle.
Yeah, speed from Van Deventer getting up there into the box. He's a defender.
Yeah, no, the defense is moving up, especially on the wings. Van Deventer and Obeid, you've seen kind of moving very successfully through. Kamara, though, trying to make something happen for his Husky squad. Alessandro Herrera gets it over to Tarantini, intercepted by Claudette on the right side. Into Justin Weiss, who's come over to the other side of the field now.
Yeah, interesting. Justin Weiss over there. I don't know if he was tracking back with the man but pulled him all the way inside. Not a bad ball. Pushed the offense up a little bit, get them out of their own half. But nothing could come of it from Taggart up top on the right side there.
Gila McNeil gets it over to Farcarlin, and now Herrera pushing up, kicks it into the 18, and right there is Walters. He's got it.
There he is.
Quick roll over to Prince. First year connection there. Walters to Prince. Prince gets tripped up by Colagano, but he saves it. Dudley now in the back with it. Tarantini applying pressure. Dudley passes it up to Weiss. He's come a bit far back now and gives it to Obeid. Obeid to Dudley again. Dudley will give it back to his goalkeeper. Walters quickly back to Dudley on the left. Dudley going to switch the field. Intercepted by Monduhano, but can't get a great first touch. Luckily, Kamara is there to back him up, and he'll give it back to Monduhano. Through ball to Kamara, but Prince gets that one out of bounds, stop the momentum for the Huskies. Throw in for Mondahano deep in Northwestern's half. Mondahano over to Herrera, who will cross it over behind the goal. It'll be another goal kick for Paul Walters.
Not a good giveaway there in the middle from Dudley on that cross-field ball. Just not something that you want to do, especially give it up in the middle. Defense was doing well, being patient there, but I think that Dudley tried to force it a little bit, which resulted in that Houston Baptist attack.
Yeah. Justin Weiss with some footwork. Tries to get it to Castro, but it goes deep into the Huskies' half. Aitken has it in the 18, gives it to Giwa McNeil. Giwa McNeil over to Zeman, still in the 18. Castro applying some pressure. Zeman gonna get it over to Herrera, and Herrera back to Lee. Lee up to Kamara. Kamara to Herrera. Herrera pushing towards the middle and switches it over to Farcarlin, and he'll try to get ahead on it, but it'll go out of bounds, and Obeid will take the throw for the Wildcats.
Yeah, hopefully that ball there that went out of bounds will stop Houston Baptist momentum, because they've been able to successfully move it up and down the field the last couple minutes. Northwestern hasn't really held on to it for a long period of time, except for on the defensive stand just a minute ago, but they weren't able to make anything out of that. Yeah. So definitely gaining a little bit of momentum here for Houston Baptist, but hopefully for the Wildcats, they're able to kind of stifle that here in the Huskies' half.
Another throw for Obeid. Down to Weiss. Pressure from Brower Airsoy. Goes off his foot, so it'll be another throw for Obeid, this time deeper into the Huskies' half of the field. Brower Airsoy intercepts it. Weiss trying to get it back. Cleared by the Huskies. Dudley had on it. Another head on it. And it's out again. Call in Northwestern's favor. Another throw for Obeid on the left side. Long throw. Tries to get to Castro. Zeman there to get it. Weiss tries to get a foot on it. Goes out, and now a throw for Brower Airsoy and the Huskies.
Neither team really able to get anything going here. Just throwing after throwing. Nobody's really holding the ball, calming down, but also it's a testament to the pressure both teams are putting on each other that neither of them are able to really hold on to it. It's just not going to result in very many goals for either of them.
Ball flying high in the middle off the foot of Tarantini. Gajadhar there to get it. He'll slow things down and give it back to Dudley. And then Dudley over to Prince. Colagano trying to apply pressure for Houston Baptist. Can't make it happen. Castro tries to get a little fancy behind the back pass. But the Huskies defense there take care of it. Castro applying pressure to Zeman. Zeman gets it up for Carlin. He'll move it back toward Brower Airsoy and all the way back to Aitken's goal.
Yeah, Northwestern been unable to actually keep it on that right side with Cloggett, with Taggart for the last couple of minutes, which I think is why their momentum has stalled a little bit, just because of how that's been working so far in the game against Houston Baptist. They've been able to get a lot of their action on that right side, and Houston Baptist Huskies have been able to do a good job of keeping it on the opposite side for the last couple of minutes, now back on the right side. Hopefully, Cats will be able to get something on it, but Houston Baptist is starting to figure it out.
Cloggett throw on that right side. Over the heads. Multiple players to Steven. Mondahano has it now for the Huskies. Gives a quick pass to Tarantini. Knocks it up for Kamara. Kamara trying to move towards the center. Gets it over to Farcarlin, just beyond the Northwestern 18. Tries to get it in. Good look from Obeid, but Herrera there to intercept it into the 18. Crossed into the middle. Ball goes wild. Mondahano there. Bad first touch, and Castro intercepts it, playing a bit further back now in Northwestern's half. Mondahano and him going at it. Castro looking for some sort of out, gets it to Taggart off his foot. Bad first touch again, and back with the Huskies defense. Zeman has it in circle.
And not a lot of support there for Castro. He had the whole field in front of him, but he didn't have his team up there.
Colagano has the ball. Loses it to Dudley, and Walters with it now. Clears it up quickly. Ewan McNeil with the head on it. But Taggart there gains control, moving back towards the center. Ewan McNeil again passes it up to Farcarloon. Ball a bit too long, and it'll roll out for another Walters goal kick.
Northwestern just giving the ball away a lot in the middle here. It's not something that they can do if they want to keep possession, obviously give it away, but especially in the middle, there's going to be a swarm of Houston Baptist players there as well as Northwestern players. You're not going to want to lose the ball there, and that's why they're not able to keep possession, and they keep having to go back to these goal kicks because Houston Baptist is starting to push their players up, get those balls up. So it's not looking great for Northwestern in their own half at the moment.
Yeah, in their half again, that's Coligano. He gets knocked over and Obeid there to get the pass. Stevens up to Gajadhar. Gajadhar with some fancy footwork in the middle. Through ball opportunity to Taggart. Him and Lee going at it. Lee gets it over to Brower Airsoy. They'll call a foul on Northwestern and Taggart. It'll be a free kick for Houston Baptist.
Gajadhar has been one of those players who's kind of injected a little bit of energy into this team every time that he's gotten the ball, but unfortunately, when he starts, his teammates in the last set of plays there have not been able to keep it for an extended amount of time, but as a first year, he's definitely made an impact here, and you can tell just by the way that he has been able to step in and get those steals.
Yeah, like you said, one of those very talented first-year players from Toronto. So Canadian on this Northwestern squad. Not quite as international as Houston Baptist.
Not quite as international as Houston Baptist.
Cross into the center, headed out by Prince, and it'll be the first corner kick for the Huskies.
Yeah, just 15 minutes left here in this first half. Goal for Northwestern, obviously, is not to allow Houston Baptist to score and come out of this half unscathed, but they're definitely going to have to start making sure that they can facilitate in that midfield, because that's not happening right now, and that's why they're not able to get balls up into their own attacking third like Houston Baptist has here.
Kick in for the Huskies. Bouncing around in the box, headed out by Dudley. Castro loses track of it in the center, and Lee kicks it back up, but Stevens gets it into the Husky half. Aitken coming out of the 18 to gain control and support his defense. Gets it to Mondohano. Mondohano will go back to Aitken, still outside the 18. Castro now is playing as much pressure as he was earlier. Zeman over to Lee in the center. Lee pushing up the field. Ball for Farcarlin and Coligano. But Prince and Claudette have something to say about it, battling with them. Prince gets it out to Van Deventer, and Tarantini got an arm around Van Deventer there, and it'll be a free kick for Northwestern. Quick pass to Stevens in the middle. Stevens up to Weiss on the left side. Weiss moving back towards the center, and then back to Stevens. Stevens to Obeid, who's playing pretty far up into this Husky half. Obeid moving with it, back to Stevens. Stevens over to Weiss near the Huskies bench. Brower Airsoy up to Zeman, and back to Brower Airsoy in the back, and all the way back to Aitken. Lots of action for the first-year goalie on this side.
Yeah, really.
Intercepted. Aitken tried to pass it to Mondohano. Taggart intercepted it. Mondohano has it. Northwestern fans expecting a foul call there, but it won't come, so Mondohano going to get it into the Northwestern half. Prince, though, there to receive it, and he'll give it back to Dudley near the Northwestern 18.
One thing I'm noticing on some of these offensive attacks that Northwestern's been having that haven't really gone anywhere, especially on that left side, kind of when Weiss gets the ball or when Obeid gets the ball there, pushing up in the defense. There's not a lot of movement checking in, checking out from the midfield right now, from the center, which I think is why they're having difficulty. They're having to feel like they need to play themselves out of that left side, and obviously you have the sideline, that's a defender as well, so they don't have a ton of room to move in the direction other than the middle. So if nobody's checking in to help them, it's going to make it difficult for them to get out of that, sideline kind of rotation that they're in.
Lots of battles on the sideline right
Really.
now. On the left, Tarantini gets it back to Brower Airsoy, and Huskies having to pass it back to Aitken again. Castro charging into the box now. Aitken gets it over to Mondohano. A bit of a collision there between him and Claudette. It'll roll out of bounds after both guys tried to get ahead on it. in the Huskies' favor. It'll be a throw for them, and Mondahano gonna take it.
Houston trying to, just push the ball back into Northwestern's half, get something going here. Playing a bit of longer balls, which is, like the one Claudette just got his head on, but trying to work it up there as well as they can.
First substitutions for either team, it's going to be Northwestern. Bardia Kimiavi and Rom Brown coming in for Christopher Taggart and Van Deventer.
Interesting switch here.
This is an interesting switch. So 2 older players for 2 newer players. Rom Brown, a junior. Bardia Kimiavi, a graduate student. Huskies gonna sub as well. Nathan Carmbor has come in for, looks like, Colgano. Throw from Claudette to Castro. Claudette gets the pass back from him, called out as he tries to get it to Kimiavi, so it'll be a throw for the Huskies. Mondahano to take it.
That looked like it was on the line to me.
I agree.
I don't know, some questionable calls on the sideline here. But out of our control up here.
Another throw for Northwestern. This time it's Kimiavi. He gets it to Castro. Little fancy move behind for Castro. Kimiavi gets it into the center, but no one there to receive it except the Huskies defense. Stevens with a laser. Aikens gets his hands on it. Bounces off of him. Castro regained control, and now he's got it to Kimiavi on the right side of the 18. Claudette sends it in, headed out by the Huskies defense, and another great couple opportunities for Northwestern. Obeid will try to keep it in the Huskies' half. Weiss has it over to Obeid. They're on that, hugging that sideline, moving towards the center. It'll roll to Aiken.
Great offensive stand there from the Wildcats. That's just the action that you want subs like that to bring in. Castro with a great little back heel to Kimiavi. Not a great pass into the center, but got it into the center nonetheless and kind of set the rest of the team up for all of those chances. Just couldn't get one in the back of the net in the end, but good looks from that substitution by Russell Payne.
Yeah, Kimiavi brought exactly what Russell Payne was looking for him to. Spark the offense a little bit. Still 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Entering the 36th minute here. But,
looks like
another
a
goal
player
can't
down
hurt.
on the other side for Houston Baptist. Did not notice that until they stopped playing, so probably a good thing they did.
Substitution looking like it's going to come as, like Sarah said, a Husky player is down. Looks like medical staff is checking in.
Give everybody a little bit of a breather after that stand.
Yeah.
Hopefully player's okay, but we'll allow both teams to reset for the time being. 10 minutes left in the half.
Yeah. Abu Kamara was the Husky player who went down. Entering for him, Zach Nicolau. Paul Sun coming in for Northwestern. Looks like another sub there, too. Might be another one coming.
Paul Sun, a player who made a big impact as first year last year. Played in 9 games, started 2 goals, 1 assist. Player who is really able to move around and dictate the play in the midfield.
Yep.
Someone, you'll want to help facilitate the ball through the attack and from the defense.
Yeah, Paul Sun out there playing left mid, so Justin Weiss going to come forward, and Castro heads to the bench. Interesting little shift here for the Wildcats. Justin Weiss in more of that natural forward position that Wildcat fans are used to. Weiss kicks it over to Sun on the left. Sun battling with the Huskies defense.
Good to have some fresh legs in.
Yeah.
Both teams kind of in that, before that big offensive stand, a little bit of a standstill,
yeah.
if you will. Nothing happening, no goals since early in the game from Andrew Stevens. So get some fresh legs, give him a shot before halftime, see how it goes, and then hopefully Northwestern can hold Houston Baptist scoreless, and hopefully for Houston Baptist, hopefully they can get even before the 45th minute.
Aitken, 3 saves on the day. Walters has not had to make one yet, so his first-year goalie is having a bit of a different battle to face. Stevens over to Sun on the left. Sun charging some of those fresh legs we talked about. Going to slow it down, try to regain control and get around Brower Airsoy. Gives it back to Obed, and Obed getting past Nicolau. Nicolau gets it back. Houston Baptist moving in the middle.
Again, with Northwestern players getting stuck on that sideline, just like we were talking about earlier, there's a gap between the midfield. They could be checking in or, just keeping Houston Baptist from having 3 players and being a man up against Northwestern on that left sideline is why they haven't had so much success from there.
Yeah, the left has just been quite almost a game of pinball. It's been bouncing off everyone. People getting pretty it's getting kind of congested over there. Lots of players facing off. The right side is where Northwestern has been so successful.
Yeah, but they haven't had as many chances in the last couple minutes other than the Castro to Kimiavi play. That's had a bunch up, but that's it. That's been the only play since Claggett and Taggart. That duo has broken up.
Yeah, Farcarlin sends it into the box for the Huskies, right into the hands of Walters. So another missed opportunity for Houston Baptist, and Walters going to roll it over to Prince. Prince sends it through to Gajadhar and over to Claggett. Claggett moving up the right side, back on the right side that Northwestern's been more comfortable with. Claggett slows down, turns back, finds Brown. Brown at midfield will give it over to Dudley. Trying to move it towards the left again and over to Obed back on that left sideline.
Yeah, biggest thing for the Cats right now is just keep possession. Keep the ball. They're doing that.
Try to move forward. A little bit of a scramble. Foul called on Northwestern. Free kick for the Huskies. But yeah, like you were saying, Sarah, I think what was so successful in those first 15-ish minutes was that, Northwestern really didn't have the ball in their half that much unless it was Prince and Dudley working together to kind of slow the play down. Now, Houston Baptist has had a few opportunities, but Northwestern still seems to be in control. Weiss on the right side, trying to move in towards the middle, through to Brown, but it goes past him and Tarantini there to intercept it. Gives it up to Carmbor, who again, one of those recent subs for the Huskies. Carmbor cannot make the pass happen to roll out, but the call foul in the middle on him, so it'll be a kick for the Huskies.
Just unfortunate by Ron Brown there to miss that touch in the middle. It just looks like it went under his foot. It happens, but it was a good chance missed for the Wildcats.
Brown, chance for some redemption here, gets it over to Kimiavi on the side and back to Claggett. Brown back to Prince in the middle. Prince going to retreat to Walters. Walters over to Prince on the right. Prince has space, moving up the field as Herrera comes toward him. He gets the pass off to Claggett. Kimiavi there on the right side. Good cross in the middle. Sun has it. Can he get a shot off? He can't. Justin Weiss can, and it's over the crossbar again. Just unlucky looks for Justin Weiss today, Sarah.
Yeah, tough go for him. He's upset. Hitting him. He's giving himself a little, I don't know what that was, but almost hitting himself with his fist. But he's upset. He's frustrated. 2 goals over the top of the crossbar. It's not something you want to do, especially as a striker.
Yeah.
Your job is to score goals.
Yeah.
Seeing 2 go over the crossbar is not great for your confidence. And he's scored in the first game of the season on a PK, but that's the only time he's seen the ball hit the back of the net. So he needs a breakthrough.
Weiss through to Sun, but ball a little too strong, and it'll go out of bounds.
Another corner.
Yeah, another corner for the Wildcats, this time on the left side. And taking it, who just entered the game, is Colin McCann.
Great opportunity here for Northwestern to, make it 2-0 before halftime. That would be a great way to go into the half, a little bit calmer, a little bit more confident. Cammy to take the corner.
Cammy sends it in. Sun has it, but goes out and headed out by Carmbor to Prince. Claggett. Claggett over to Kimiavi. Kimiavi, little heel pass to Prince, back to Claggett. Claggett back to Walters, who's pretty far up at the moment. Not too much pressure from the Huskies. Walters sends it upfield over the head of Cammy, and it'll roll out of bounds.
Tall, but not that tall.
Yeah.
Run over his head. Now Houston Baptist with a chance to get into Northwestern half into the attacking third, potentially give themselves a chance or 2 before halftime.
Yeah. 42 minutes now, still 1-0 Northwestern, and First half winding down, like you said, Sarah. Can either team make something happen before we hit the half? A throw for Houston Baptist on the right. Their half of the field. Sent it up. Northwestern foul. So a free kick for the Huskies. Giwa McNeil has it in the middle. He'll give it over to Mondahano on the right side. Mondahano up to Farcarlun. And off Claudette. He can't believe that call. So it'll be a throw for Farcarlun.
Houston Baptist in their attacking third are getting there.
Mondahano sends it up to Carnbor. Kicks it back to Farcarlun. Can't quite get the first touch he wants. Brown there. Clears it up to the Huskies back line. Weiss applying pressure to Zeman, but he gets it over to the left for Brower Aversoy. He'll clear it up into Northwestern's half. Dudley there and gives it back to Walters all the way. The edge of the field. Dudley having to move around a bit, getting a bit tripped up. We'll go back to Walters, who will immediately clear it off the first touch out toward the Northwestern bench. Quick throw for Nicolau. Try to get it up to Carnbor. It's over his head. Dudley gonna let it roll out, and it'll be a goal kick for Walters.
Dudley's done a good job holding the line tonight.
Yeah, he has.
A lot of experienced grad student, but been able to keep Houston Baptist from scoring so far, and that's saying you did your job.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be great for him to have, for a guy like Nigel Prince to be playing in the center with someone with so much experience. We've said it already, but those two are just working really well together. 1 minute left in the half. Dudley going to get it up to McCamey. He's moving up the left side. He'll send it in right to Zeman in the 18. Zeman will kick it out back to him. Dudley at midfield. Going to give a little pass to Gajadhar. He'll be moving up, through ball to Weiss. Aitken, diving, sliding save. Gets there.
Weiss again in more of that middle position that we saw him in last year, making that diagonal run there. Ball was just a little bit too fast. Aitken did a good job of closing down the angle. Well done by the freshman to shut it down.
Aitken sends it into the middle. Giwa McNeil has it, but loses it. Lee there to recover. Lee over to Mondahano on the right. He's going to send it up into Northwestern's half. Carnbor running for it, but Prince just going to kick it out of bounds. And that should do it for the
Houston Baptist. So definitely something that their midfield is going to have to do. Start pressing, start attacking like Northwestern has. Northwestern, meanwhile, needs to look somewhere else than the sidelines for their offense. They need to work through that middle a little bit more in this second half here.
Getting started. Stevens clears it up to Weiss. Weiss gets it into the middle. Cleared out by the Houston Baptist defense. Back to Prince and over to Dudley. Switching the field a bit. Prince and Dudley, a duo we talked about a lot in the first half. They're working so well together despite being so far apart in age. A grad transfer in Dudley and first year in Nigel Prince. Vicente Castro back in after taking a break later in the first half. He gets it to Kimiabi. Kimiabi over to Gajadhar, and it's in! The first year finds the back of the net, and Northwestern gets started even faster than they did in the first half. 2-0 Wildcats.
His first career goal for Jason Gajadhar. Well done by the freshman. He's been doing so well just on his own with his speed. And in the first half, I think, he was all over the field. And as a freshman, that's something that you want. You want those legs to stay fresh the entire game. And for him to come out in this second half and score right off the bat, what a moment for the freshman here to get Northwestern up 2-0. That's one of the best score lines in soccer. It's where you're allowed to be comfortable, where you're allowed to have a little bit of fun, work a little bit. Great job by Jason Gajadhar there.
Yeah, completely. And, when Bardia Kimiabi came in the second half, he didn't start this game, he came in as a substitute. He really provided some speed and a spark on offense for Northwestern, and it finally creates something. That was a wonderful assist from him, but yes, an awesome, awesome goal for the first year in Gajadhar. Excited to see where his future goes with Northwestern, but helping the Wildcats put a little insurance to their lead now 2-0. The Huskies going to try and respond here. Send it in. Prince there to intercept it in the 18. Head out by Claudette. Wild kick from the Huskies goes out, and it'll be a goal kick for Northwestern.
Yeah, that ball going out of bounds there kind of resembles how the Huskies have been doing on the attack, haven't nearly been as patient as Northwestern, getting the ball into their attacking third, and, are just kind of booting balls here and there, trying to get balls into the box, but forcing it a little bit more than they should need to in a game.
Yeah. Colgano in the Northwestern 18. Prince sends it out. Tarantini gets it back to Colgano on the right side. Colgano tries to save it, but it'll go out of bounds. It'll be a throw for Northwestern. McCamey to take it. McCamey quickly to Justin Weiss. Weiss back to McCamey and over to Gajadhar. Intercepted by Brower Airsoy. He'll move back into Northwestern's half of the field. McCamey over to Van Deventer and over to Prince. Northwestern defense taking care of it again. Quick pass from Kimiavi over to Claudette on the right side. Claudette through ball to Kimiavi. He's got the speed. Slows it down. Another quick pass to Claudette, but Huskies intercept it. Herrera and Claudette battling in the middle. Foul called on Claudette. Free kick for Northwestern.
Losing it in the middle there on an attack. Great speed from Kimiavi, just not able to hold it in the middle of the field there and keep that movement going.
Excuse me, that was a free kick for Houston Baptist. But Northwestern responding well. They're moving in, and Giwa McNeil absolutely just pulled down Jason Gajadhar. Some fighting in the middle of the field. Houston Baptist player shoves Kimiavi. The ref trying to break it up, and a yellow card has been issued to the Huskies. More of a fight happening. Refs having to break it up.
Couldn't tell exactly what happened, but it looks like after the foul, which was Herrera, correct? If I'm correct, he clearly pulled,
or I think it was Giwa McNeil.
Excuse me.
Pulled Gajadhar.
Pulled him down, obvious foul, and then it looks like Giwa McNeil was pushed, tripped, something. He ended up on the ground. Not sure what happened there. A little bit of a tussle between both teams. Giwa McNeil earns the yellow card for the tackle. Yeah, clearly pulling down Northwestern player. Now a chance here for Northwestern. Vicente Castro to take the free kick.
Yeah. First, free kick opportunity today that's really come in a vulnerable point on defense for the Huskies, and a good opportunity for Northwestern.
Castro, the serviceman, as he always is.
He always
someone who's been reliable back there for the Cats over the last year or so. Hopefully we'll send one in that Northwestern can take advantage of.
Yeah. So yes, Castro to take the kick. Sends it into the box. Aitken comes out trying to save it. He's down. Aitken looks like he got injured, some sort of collision. He's yet to get up. And the ref calling for medical staff.
Not quite sure how he got hit. Always dangerous when the head is involved, especially as a goalkeeper when you're going up for those balls. So medical staff coming on here to have a look at Aitken, the freshman. Make sure he's okay.
There is a Husky goalie getting ready on the bench. Should Aitken not be able to get back up. But, I mean, what a game this first year has had. Hopefully this injury, whatever it might be, is nothing too serious, because I've been so impressed. It's been a tough game for the Huskies. He hasn't really had the support of his offense, unfortunately, but some great saves from him.
Yeah, especially on that shot in the first half from Vicente Castro, just point blank, basically. Jumping save, holding his line well.
Yeah.
Just not, as you said, not getting enough help or communication. On his feet now, crowd clapping.
Yeah, Aitken looks like he's going to continue playing. He's going to take this kick.
Hopefully. That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him, something like that. Yeah. Ref making sure he's okay. He says he is. He's ready to take the goal kick.
Yeah, again, a testament to, goalies when they get in that situation really having to put their body on the line, do anything they can to keep the ball out of the net. And he did that. Got a little banged up, but did his job.
Yep. Weiss intercepts an attempt to get the ball out by the Huskies defense. Castro threw ball to Weiss on the left. Weiss crossed into the center. Bit long. Kimiabi charging after it, trying to save it. He does. Over to Claudette. Claudette now in the 18. Nice little pass. Bounces off the foot of the Huskies defense, and it'll be another corner kick for Northwestern. Castro to take it.
Yeah, just a little too much power on that cross there from Weiss. Too much power, something that's been a bit of a theme for him tonight. Sent 2 shots over the crossbar the first half. Looking for his first goal since the Wildcats' first game of the season. Hopefully, or maybe he'll be able to get one here.
Cats elected for the short corner, but Castro sends it in. This time goes out, and it'll be another goal kick for Houston Baptist. So a different approach there on the corner. Almost the same result as there was a hefty service from Castro in, but coming from the middle. Houston Baptist trying to get it into Northwestern's half now. Sent up the middle. Tarantini kicks it over to for Carlin on the left side. Heads it to keep it in. Claudette tries to steal it from him. Bounces off his foot, so it'll be a throw for the Huskies.
Huskies looking to put a point on the board, keep something consistent in the offensive third. They haven't been able to hold the ball there. They've been able to get it there, but failing to really get anything set up on offense at all in this game.
Yeah.
And Northwestern's been able to shut it down.
Gua McNeil tries to get it to Nicolau, but McCamey there to intercept it. McCamey moving up the left side, passes it over to Weiss. Weiss stops it, and a through ball to McCamey, who's moving up the left side. Tries to get it through Nicolau. Nicolau will intercept it, though, and get it to Brower Ersoy. Brower Ersoy's pass deflected off the foot of Stevens back toward Colagano and Dudley. Dudley saves it after Colagano falls over, and he'll pass it back to Walter. Walter going to try and clear it. Doesn't quite get the foot on it he wants, but McCamey able to trap it on the right side. In the middle to Stevens. Stevens up to Castro. Castro moving back in the middle as he makes a run for Houston Baptist side of the field. Nice look to Claudette on the right. Claudette's got space. He's moving into the 18. Loses a bit of control. It's bouncing around, and Lee is there for Houston Baptist to get it out. For Carlin now with it on the left side of Houston Baptist half. Lee just going to clear it. Hope to get it away from his 18. Stevens applying pressure. Bounces off a Husky player. Should be a throw for Northwestern. Claudette with the throw up to Kimiabi. Kimiabi back to Claudette. Colagano applying pressure as Claudette starts to lose it a bit, but he gets it up. Lehman steps to it, moves it back into his offense's feet. Called out, though, on the right sideline, just past midfield. Another throw for Northwestern in the Husky half.
Claudette, we're seeing that right side again with him. Working on it over there. But again, on that last offensive stand, Northwestern had Castro on the left side, actually, turns it into the middle and then creates an opportunity. So just what the Cats can do if they use the whole field. Yeah. I think he's showing there.
McCamey making a run for it. Takes a shot just wide past the left corner.
Ripped that one.
Seriously, the defender stepping up, making some moves.
Yeah, just another example of a defender getting in on the attack, just as we've seen Claudette on the right side and McCamey here in the second half, subbed in during the first, but making those same contributions offensively from that left back position.
Yeah, I mean, when the defense can step up like that, he feels secure doing that because of that core in the middle, and Prince and Dudley, also Claudette out there on the right. It's just such a great back line for Northwestern. McCamey feels comfortable doing that, and that one almost paid off. It was a great shot.
It almost did, yeah. And McCamey's a player that played a lot in the midfield, actually, last year for Northwestern as a first year, and he scored a couple goals. One I remember pretty clearly as Van de Venters fouled here. When I remember pretty clearly the Wisconsin game, sealing that game with the second goal. Individual effort. big win for Northwestern towards the end of their season with the Big Ten tournament on the line where they did so well. Great effort from him as a freshman then, now seeing him contribute defensively and also getting in on the attack, and he looks comfortable there as well.
Yeah, totally. Houston Baptist trying to get into the Northwestern half. A pass from Tarantini. Too strong. Walters going to let it roll all the way out, so he'll take another goal kick.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for the Huskies. Long balls, always too long.
Yeah.
They've been going out of bounds for almost this entire game. They just can't get anything going on offense. Testament to how good Northwestern's defense has been this entire game, minus, a couple stints in the first half where Houston Baptist had some chances. But again,
Stevens moving up now, finds Weiss on the left. He'll slow it down as he pushes towards the 18, trying to get around Brower Airsoy. He loses it to Herrera. A call foul, and it'll be a free kick for the Huskies. Herrera went down there. Zeman going to take it. Ref frustrated with where he's taking the kick from. Moves forward a little bit, gets it to Tarantini, soft pass. Zeman has it back now. Over to Tarantini on the left, and pushing toward that left sideline to Kamara. Kamara up, trying to find Herrera. Herrera getting a bit lost, it rolled out, and it'll be a Northwestern throw for Claudette.
Trying to get Kimiavi back in the action. He hasn't seen a ton of action the last couple minutes. Yeah. Castro also looking to get some touches.
For Carlin, moving up for Houston Baptist. Prince trying to get in front of him and get the ball. Claudette now battling with him on the left. Claudette gets it up. Foul called. It'll be a free kick for Northwestern. They're going to issue a yellow card to one of the Houston Baptist bench players.
Looks like a goalkeeper.
Yeah,
one being given a yellow card on the sideline there.
For some, seems to be a chirping situation.
Yeah, I can't tell who that is. One of Houston Baptist backup goalies. Probably talking to the ref for some reason.
Yeah.
Can't hear from where we are, but a rare yellow card.
Yeah.
Given to the bench there.
So it's 2 yellows now for Houston Baptist today. One on the field, one off. Head coach Ryan Pratt looked a bit frustrated with that, but
referee just trying to maintain
calm,
to show the kind of game that he's planning on.
Weiss, a ton of space now, gets it through. A great defensive play from Houston Baptist to make sure that cross did not reach the foot of a Northwestern player, and now Brower Airsoy moving up. Again, another great opportunity for Justin Weiss, but can't quite deliver.
Yeah, well done by Houston Baptist defense there. Checking all the way back. Couldn't really tell who that was. It was such a scrum.
Yeah.
But well done by the Huskies getting back and blocking that cross from Weiss, because that was definitely a Northwestern attack that had some momentum moving forward.
Cami with it now on the left side for Northwestern. He's moving up past midfield, gives it to Castro in the middle. First action he's seen in a while. Castro over to Claudette. Claudette up to Kimiavi. Kimiavi making a run towards the middle, gets around for Carlin. Little back pass to Claudette. He'll send in a cross. Weiss there. McCamey coming up. McCamey gets ahead on it, trying to control it and avoid giving it up to Nicolau. Kimiavi has come all the way over to the left side. A through ball to McCamey and a shot right to Aitken. So not quite the power on the shot that McCamey wanted, but some great movement from Northwestern. McCamey coming up, Kimiavi coming over. Great stuff.
Yeah, McCamey doing well on that left side, really making a difference in the offense as a defender. Again, something that we've seen him do consistently throughout this game, but really working with players all over the field. Kimiavi, who came all the way across.
Kimiavi, a quick header to Gajadhar, and all of a sudden Northwestern back in the 18. Justin Weiss there. Great play from Brower Airsoy, but Justin Weiss recovers a shot from Kimiavi, deflected by Carmbor for the Huskies, and another scary situation for Houston Baptist, but they make it happen on defense. Kiwa McNeil has the ball in the middle of the field. Foul called, though, already, and it'll be a kick for Houston Baptist.
It was a great run from Weiss back there through that small space. just had a defender on him who unfortunately was able to get a foot in front of that ball. But he had a clear shot, clearly frustrated after that play again, missing what would be, I believe, his 4th shot of the game. Could be 5th by now in this half. But again, Weiss unable to find the back of the net.
Castro back up in that forward position, who's applying pressure to Aitken, but Aitken gets it to his defensive line. Gila McNeil now has it in the circle. Weiss tries to steal it. Stevens trying to steal it. Weiss gets there after some support from Stevens. Gajadhar over to Kimiavi. Kimiavi charging into the box, gets it to Castro. Castro with the defender on him, getting a bit tripped up, escapes. Still bordering the 18, looking for someone. Little through ball to McCamey, but Nicolau gets a foot on it, and it'll be a throw deep in the attacking third for Northwestern. Castro to take it. Whistle.
So Northwestern is making a substitution here.
Looks like Gajadhar is going to come out. Is that Taggart coming back in?
Can't see the number. I believe so. Taggart coming back in. Add a little bit of fuel to this offense. Give Gajadhar some rest.
Yeah, Christopher Taggart back in. Throw from McCamey to Castro. Castro battling it out with Herrera. Call foul on Herrera, so it'll be a free kick for Northwestern.
Great chance here right outside the box. Castro on the kick.
So, yeah,
basically a corner.
Basically a corner, but a little
bit,
further
a little bit
in.
closer.
Couple feet back from the 18, and another yellow card issued to Houston Baptist. Player very frustrated.
Looks like Herrera.
I believe that is Herrera.
Frustrated with the refereeing, but another yellow card coming out.
And now one for Nicolau. So both of the guys right in front of Castro here issued yellow cards. Castro to take the kick on the left side just outside the 18. Ref still whistling.
A lot of stoppages. Another sub from Houston Baptist.
They've got 3 guys ready to come in. So Nicolau going to come out, one of the guys who just got issued a yellow card. Oh, now they're telling him to stay. He's retreating back to his defensive position, and
this is what you call icing.
Yeah.
The kicker in football, but in soccer, it's chilly. Castro has been sitting there for a while waiting to take this kick.
Yeah, so it looks like Herrera's going to come out instead. One of the subs at midfield going to come in for him. Luis Poblacion coming in for Herrera. And Castro finally going to take this free kick. Again, left side, just a couple feet outside the 18. Castro readies. Sends it in high. Head on it, but can't make it happen. Kimiavi right there, though, to set things up for Northwestern again. McCamey back to Kimiavi in the 18. Gets tripped up by the Huskies defense. Taggart with a foot on it. Over to Kimiavi. Can he save it? He can. Many Northwestern players with a head. Will it end up in the goal? It bounced off the crossbar. Lots of commotion. Dudley has it now and a whistle.
A lot going on there.
A lot going on there.
It almost, at one point it almost looked like it went in, but then there was a Houston Baptist player on the line getting his head on it. Great defense by Houston Baptist, really scrambling to keep the ball out of the net. They almost didn't.
Seriously.
But we're able to keep it 2-0 for the time being. Ref trying to keep this game in control, clearly.
Just about to hit the hour mark. Still 2-0 Northwestern.
Looks like they might be reviewing to see if there was a goal there. Northwestern players doing push-ups.
Because it
in
looks
the middle
like
of the field.
At one point it might have gone over the line.
Kimiavi was kind of appealing out on the left side of the goal there.
Yeah.
Looked like, and he had somewhat of an angle just from where he was standing. Looked like he was appealing for it. Tough to see really what was going on if it went in from where we are, but definitely some appeals. And so looks like the head referee is now looking at that on the sideline, which is interesting.
Yeah.
New.
I know.
In college soccer, kind of
New
cool.
technology.
We're getting to see it firsthand here, but VAR.
Yeah.
In college soccer.
So, should this be ruled a goal, Northwestern would match its season total.
Double it.
So, they would double their season total, make it 3-0. Again, coming into this game, they'd only had that hadn't scored since playing Chicago State, so it's been a struggle. Ref coming back out on the field. I think they're calling it
No
goal, so it will be a goal kick for Aitken.
Nice to have the assurance that at least
Yeah.
it was checked, though, because,
Totally.
you know, if not, you always have the what if.
The what
and
if.
in this game, fortunately for
Hate the
Northwestern
what
right
if.
now, it doesn't matter. But, you know, if it was a close game,
It would.
it would. So good to see that they're using those tools.
So goal kick for Aitken over left to Lee. Off Northwestern, and it'll be a throw for the Huskies in their half.
Yeah, Houston Baptist, 30 minutes to go. Just about. We're hitting 60th minute here. And Evanston. Still chilly.
Still chilly. Another substitution. So 2 players out for Houston Baptist. Corel Medza has come in, as well as Bangali Cisse. Cisse is pretty tall.
He's tall.
Huskies making a push. Prince there. Prince, they'll call a foul on him. So this will be a really good opportunity for Houston Baptist. Ref has a card out. He'll issue it to Prince for that foul, and the Huskies will take a free kick just about at the left corner of the 18.
Yeah, it's almost identical to the one they had in the first half.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't score on that chance, but anywhere you can get a free kick in and around the box is an opportunity.
Yeah.
For Houston Baptist, it would be getting within one, getting closer to a tie at the moment. Alex Aitken's all the way up.
Yeah, he is at the circle. In midfield, might be some of the first action we see from Walters today. Kick comes in for Houston Baptist, immediately headed out by Dudley. Great play there. Poblacion tries to get it back in, but it bounces off Castro. Brower Airsoy will send it to Giwa McNeil, but it'll be out of bounds. And another missed opportunity for Houston Baptist as the Wildcats will take a goal kick.
Yeah, Dudley 6'4", using his height there in the middle as a central defender to put a head on it, get it out of there before anybody else has a chance. Doing his job in that back line.
Claggett loses a bit of control there, goes off him, so it's a quick throw for Houston Baptist. They're scrambling now. Colagano pushing up the left side. Northwestern defense gets it again. Prince now clears it up the right side. Gonna let it drift out, and it'll be a throw for the Huskies. Throw in to Colagano. Can't quite get control. Prince gonna kick it out. And another throw.
A little bit of offensive momentum going here for Houston Baptist. Northwestern not able to hold on to it like they have for a majority of this game.
Yeah.
Better for Houston Baptist to get a chance now than with 5 minutes remaining. So.
Yeah. Pushing into the 18, Prince goes down, but Claggett there to back him up. He'll push it out, and a throw. Sebastian Cochran gonna take it for the Huskies. Deep throw into the box, right to Prince. He'll head that one out. Cisse gets there. Cisse battling. Walters, though, comes forward. A shot comes in from the left side. I believe that was Cochran. Walters gets his hands on it.
Yeah, well done by Walters. First year, not faltering. First time he's really had to step in, make a save there, keeping his eye on the ball, focusing not on the 2 players around him, but on making sure the ball doesn't hit the back of the net.
Huskies trying again. Nicolau on the right side, battling with McCamey, trying to get it around him. Elects to go back to Zeman. Zeman trying to get around Weiss. Zeman switches the field, but right to Claggett. Houston bench upset that was not called a handball, but Claggett unfazed. Gives it back to Walters. Walters with some pressure from Colagano. Gives it back to Claggett on the right. Claggett to Prince. Prince through ball off the foot of Cochran. Be a throw for Northwestern. And looks like there's going to be another substitution soon.
Looks like Dang Dang
It looks
Kerr.
like Dang Dang Kerr, yeah.
Add a little more height to the back line with
Yeah.
Dudley. Looks like they're going in for a more defensive last 27 minutes here for Northwestern.
Yeah. So Nigel Prince coming out for the first time. What a performance from the first year in the back line. I've been so impressed with him. But yeah, Dang Dang Kerr adding a bit of a different approach to this defense coming in. And Northwestern now up 2-0, probably looking to hold on to that lead. But like we said, some more stuff on offense can hurt.
Can never hurt. But yeah, again, as you were saying, freshman Nigel Prince, well done by him tonight. Very mature in the back line with Dudley.